everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today my topic is all about forest. Forest is categorized into two different types of trees. One is deciduous and the other is evergreen. Evergreen forests are forests that don't lose their leaves. All year long they have green leaves. Meanwhile, deciduous trees are in forests. And these types of trees in the forest can lose their leaves in part of the year, and in the other part of the year they grow back. This is because their leaves can be too harsh conditioned to grow. Have you ever wondered about forest vegetation? Forests can have a lot of different kinds of plants and animals living into them. These are the two different types of leaves. First, there is the broadleaf leaf. The broadleaf has a wide surface area, and these are more typical in where areas have plenty of sunshine and rain. Meanwhile, coniferous clusters, or a different type of leaf, has pointy needles, and each one of these needles is one leaf. They're usually coated in resin because in the winters they can be harsh, and these are usually evergreen. These types of leaves will often be in places where there's not a lot of sunlight, or there's plenty of sunlight but there's not a lot of rainfall. So that means sun can't usually suck in the water from it. Did you ever wonder how these trees reproduce? They reproduce in different ways. For example, coniferous clusters will just grow their seeds. The seeds that they produce are called pine needles. Then broadleaves have to be fertilized so they can grow seeds. There's two different types of similar forest. One is called temperate forest, the other is called tropical forest. What are the differences? So tropical forests are forests that vary in a lot of different types of plants, but also they vary in a lot of different types of animals. In a tropical forest, you can see a clear canopy, or the canopy is where the trees mostly grow to. There's a few emergence, or trees that are sticking out. Tropical forests can range in different types of humidity and rainfall levels, such as in South America, they tend to be more drier. And in North America, or some parts of Europe and some parts of Asia, they can be more wetter. The tropical forests in Asia or Europe usually have more rainfall, and areas with monsoon seasons will get sudden, big levels of rainfall, which will also affect these tropical forests. Then what is the difference between temperate forests? Temperate forests are another kind of forest, and temperate forests usually have a lot of different kinds of trees. There is less temperate forests than there are tropical forests, because these temperate forests are usually used for agriculture. Their soils are rich with humus nutrition. Humus is formed when plant and animal remains combine together with the soil to create a lot of nutrition. Farmers like this because if the trees in temperate forest are usually deciduous, and so that means they fall. They're also broadleaves. So when those broadleaves fall down to the ground, they mix in with the animal remains to create this rich humus soil. This is what it looks like in summer and autumn. In summer, it is still green. And while in autumn, some of it may start to fall to the floor and the trees become bare. Temperate forests have a lot of color-changing leaves. This is because of their chloroplast, or cells in the plants. And when these cells in the plants get older, that means they start changing colors. A healthy chloroplast cell will be green, and when they're about to die, they turn to all different kinds of colors, including yellow, orange, and red. Coniferous forests are more different between temperate and tropical forests. So what are the differences? Coniferous forests are usually located in the more colder regions, or to the north or south of the earth. Most of these can be located in North America, Europe, and parts of Asia. These are what they look like. They look like Christmas leaves and trees, and so that's why their pines or their little leaves are very, very, very straight, because in cold conditions such as this winter or a blizzard, they're usually evergreen, so that's why they have to last that long all year. Unlike other types of trees, they only shed individually, so the leaves are still looking like they're all there. Some famous trees that are coniferous are in North America, along the Pacific coast. Most are in California, like the giant sequoia. Then there's also the redwood, also in California, and the Douglas fir. I think forests are amazing. In Ohio, I feel like that most of my city used to be a forest, because my neighborhood and city is surrounded by trees and different types like coniferous and broadleaves. Thank you for listening. I hope you like and